Welcome back, everybody, to the Figure Kit Garage. Fellow resin heads and kit builders, Brent Krug back with another out-of-the-box review. The box on the table that you see is a kit that I have been waiting to get my hands on for quite some time, and it is a kit that brings back a lot of memories of my childhood, and I know it will for quite a few others. This kit is called the Rainbow Connection, and the box art, as you can see, is of none other than Mr. Henson and a certain frog by the name of Kermit. This beautiful kit was sculpted by Scott Wells and cast by Raven Garfield. It is a 15-piece model kit in 1/4 scale from Sci-Fi Models and Stuff, Mr. Dan Garden's company. This kit goes for $180 shipped, and this kit is 100% worth every dollar I paid for it in every way possible. The pieces consist of both traditionally cast and 3D printed pieces. I do believe that this kit may have been digitally sculpted by Mr. Wells, but a majority of the pieces were traditionally cast in resin. There are 4 3D printed parts, 5 traditional cast, 4 accessory pieces, 1 piece of brass tubing, and a wood plinth that he is displayed on. This kit is an amazing tribute to a man that created characters that helped millions of little kids all over the world, all over the country and around the world, go to a wonderful place called Sesame Street and learn their ABCs and their 1, 2, 3s. The father of modern Muppetry, I guess you would call it. He was involved with such amazing projects as, of course, The Muppet Show, as well as Labyrinth and my favorite, The Dark Crystal, which he produced both films. So we're going to take a look at this kit one piece at a time. And I won't lie to you, this kit, the box alone is just a little over 5 pounds. So he's a heavy boy. The body is solid cast, as are the both arms, as well as everybody's favorite frog, who you will get to see. And we'll bring the pieces out. One of the accessory pieces that attaches to the microphone or headphone he's wearing, or the head-mounted microphone, I should say. I know it has been a while since I've done a review, but as always, life and work tends to get in the way. I do want to say while I'm unboxing this, thank you to everybody that helped make 1,000 subscribers possible. A little over 6 years ago, when I started this channel, I didn't know if I was going to make it this far. And I did, thanks to all the wonderful subscribers that have been with me thus far, and all the support that I've gotten, Virginia support, with all the kits that I reviewed and that we've reviewed together. I can't thank everybody enough. So we're going to keep it going. And one more piece. And we will unwrap these one at a time. We'll start with the main body. And as I said, the main body is completely solid cast resin. I weighed this on our kitchen scale, and it's just a little over 2 pounds of solid resin. So he's definitely not a hollow cast breakable piece. Very well sculpted. The sculpting all over on the clothing, the turtleneck that he wears, even the belt, right down to, that's right, a belt buckle of that show. Really wonderful. Little bit of damage here at the bottom, but nothing that can't be fixed with a little epoxy sculpt and some sanding. But really beautiful. Nothing, no over detail on it. Just really, really nicely done. A little bit of prep work, and that's pretty much it. I'll save that part for last. And then the left arm that will fit in really, really well. A minor amount of putty work along that seam line, but it's nothing that can't be dealt with a little bit of magic sculpt or epoxy sculpt. I can't English today for some reason. Try to set him down gently because I don't want the camera to shake too much. And then the wood plinth and the brass rod that he will sit on. I'm not going to be able to do a full test fit on him, primarily because the right arm comes in two separate pieces, excuse me. But once he sits on the base, after contacting Dan, he assured me that he will balance out in the end because the body language, if you can kind of tell, it's a little bit hard to see. He does lean back ever so slightly. But once the right arm is attached and the left arm is attached, Dan assured me that he will balance out in the end. And then the upper part of the right arm, a little bit of sanding, nothing really much to get rid of. Like I said, very little prep work. I will be drilling and pinning this to secure all the arm pieces in place no matter what. Fits very cleanly. There's no wiggle in any way, shape, or form. And now we have the likeness, which I think is just absolutely amazing that Scott captured Jim's likeness so well, along with the headband that is connected to the microphone, and there is a length of small brass rod pre-bent for the microphone, as well as a 3D printed piece for the foam that covers the microphone to slightly muffle the voice a little bit. But this likeness is absolutely incredible. Hair detail, very nice. Won't take much to bring out that texture. But Scott did an amazing job getting his likeness right. Very, very nice. And just like the arms, said we'll sit just like that. Maybe a little bit of putty work to hide the gaps, but nothing too major. All in all, this kit it's incredible. And then the last traditionally cast piece, of course, Kermit himself. Really well designed, nice texture all the way around, and even the eyes, which were two ping pong balls cut in half, and the black parts were drawn on with a magic marker. Captures the essence and the look of that character so well. And this kit is beyond worth it. During shipment, the original left hand, which is 3D printed, unfortunately was damaged. And I ordered this on the 16th of August, And it arrived, believe it or not, on my birthday, August 20th. 4 days from Charlotte, North Carolina to my front door. Hell of a birthday present, I can't deny that. The left hand had been severely damaged. The forefinger, the ring finger, and the pinky finger had been completely broken off into multiple pieces, as well as the control rods that he's holding, excuse me, for Kermit's arms. But this is the 3D printed left hand, and those two rods, they're hollowed out because the little brass rods will sit in here. That will also plug into two holes on Kermit's arms, which you will see, showing him puppeteering his character. A very nice detail. And I messaged Dan just a little bit before 4 o'clock on August the 20th. And surprisingly, while I was at dinner with Virginia that night, not even an hour and a half later, I got a message from him saying the replacement hand was packed up and ready to go. Blew my mind that in an hour and a half, he had a replacement ready to go. And it arrived on the 26th of this month. So amazing customer service to rectify a problem that, he was not responsible for, but he made damn sure I was satisfied with the overall purchase and the customer service. So Dan, big shout out on that one. The remainder of the accessories for this bust, as I said, will be these two little arms. This one will fit in that's going to have to be sanded down just a little bit to get that to fit correctly. And there's a hole there and a hole there on the underside of his wrist. I don't know if you can see that very well. It keeps blurring. But the two extra little brass rods included with the kit will go into those holes. Now I have to sand these down just a little bit, but that will be the pose for Mr. Frog. And then the part of the microphone, there's already a little hole preset into it, and that will attach to the end of this brass rod, which has been pre-shaped. I'll probably have to widen that hole just a little bit. Oh, no, I won't. It'll sit like this, and then we'll plug in just like that, and I'll be able to bend this if I want to angle it up towards his mouth just a little bit more. But that's how that will work. Really, really nice, and does have a little bit of texture on there, like it's made out of foam. And then the wire that I showed you earlier will plug into right here on the underside. And there is a hole in his belt. I believe it's a power pack or a transceiver pack on his belt that the wire will plug into right here. And it should be just a simple matter of, I'll have to just glue that in, probably strip it down a little bit and then glue it in. But I can cut that to the length I need and fit that in, and then fit that in here as well. But a really well thought out kit, a beautiful tribute to, a man who helped shape a lot of little kids back in the 70s and 80s. I was fortunate enough to be able to see a lot of the original Muppet characters up in Los Angeles before the pandemic, as well as some of the characters from Labyrinth and the Dark Crystal. And I got to admit, you see them up close, you get kind of choked up. That it was a part of your childhood that you actually get to see for real. And then the final two pieces, the brass rods which will fit right in there, and then they should just simply slip down into these two handles, super glue them in, and then bend them however I need to fit into the holes under Kermit's wrists. But this is an amazing, very well thought out and touching tribute to somebody who just wanted to make the world smile. The documentary Idea Man that was based on his life. I've seen it. If you have not seen it, watch it. It's really amazing what he did and how he did it. He went way too soon, sadly. So for that, this is the Rainbow Connection. As well, please tune in to Model Club TV, Jason Walker and Scott Johansson. Monster Model Review, Rob Madison's channel. Check those guys out. They've been doing a lot of great stuff lately. I apologize if I seem kind of off doing this review. It's been a while, and I needed to get back into the groove. I think I'm going to be doing another video painting here soon. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to do another one. It's been a while, so I need to get back into it. Again, thank you for 1,000 subscribers, all of you. I really do appreciate it. We wouldn't be here without all of you. So for this review of the Rainbow Connection, sculpted by Scott Wells, cast by Raven Garfield, and available through Dan Garden at Sci-Fi Models and Stuff. This has been the Figure Kit Garage. Everybody stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep building kits.